Hi everyone, my name is Savannah Etchigoyen. I am 32 years old. I was born and raised in Southern California. In the past, I have worked in various customer service jobs, which is not my thing. So I decided to come back to school. Currently, I am working as a paraeducator with special needs kids, and I enjoy that so much more. So I am going to school to be a teacher because I have a passion for music. I actually grew up at an going to an elementary school that was amazing. I didn't realize it was amazing at the time, only now as an adult, and because the curriculum, do I realize that it was a blessing to have been able to attend that school. It was an elementary school, and it was like how you have one teacher and the teacher teaches multiple subjects. Well, this school, it was the students would go from teacher to teacher. Like one teacher would teach math, the other one science, the other one reading or whatever. But we also had a period where we would go and learn piano for the whole year, like every single student. And also we had to take Spanish classes every year. And on top of that, on top of learning piano, we would also take a music class where we would learn music, learn to read music, learn like all of the ins and outs of music, like the time signature, the key signature, key change, all that stuff. And we would learn on like our little recorders, and from first grade to third grade, and then from fourth to sixth, we would pick an instrument that we chose. So it would be like a wind instrument or brass or percussion or whatever we wanted. And depending on what we chose, we would go into symphony or orchestra. And it was just very a music based curriculum. And also every year, the whole school would put on a musical, and we would each have to participate in like the choir. So we learned to sing and dance, and we had to do like the backdrops for the musicals. So we painted like the mountains for the Sound of Music, and we did the costumes as well. I remember doing masks for the masquerade in Phantom of the Opera, which is just so cool that they did that as a public school. And it just, instilled a love for music and the arts ever since I was a little kid. And I continued into junior high. I, continued my music education and into high school. Well into college, I went to school on a music scholarship, and I was going to major in music, but it was around that time that all of the music classes started to get cut from the curriculum, which just broke my heart because I assumed that everyone had a love for music and a passion for music like I did, which apparently was not the case. But I couldn't quite understand why it wasn't obvious to everyone, like the benefits of having music in the curriculum. Um, I just, it, to me, music is just the best way to learn anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be music. You can use music as a means to teach other topics, like history, for example. Like you could read all of the facts and statistics about a war, and you can read who was involved. You could read what the outcome was, what started the war, what the casualties of the war were, but until you hear the trumpet play that solo taps at a soldier's funeral, then the gravity and the cost of what that war was, it will break your heart, and it will touch you in ways that textbooks just can't, and they never will. And I love that music, it makes history come alive rather than just reading these facts and these stories in textbooks and whatnot. When you experience the music and the art that comes from that time period, then you relive it and you're there again in that time and place, and you get to experience history firsthand rather than just reading about it. And I feel that art connects us as humans. There's no better way to teach kids the difference, or to teach kids about different countries and different cultures, than to show and bring that and show that that all of humanity comes together in the art community. Like even food can be a form of art as well, and I feel that through art we are able to find a common bond with anyone, because music and the arts allow humans to express themselves. That's how we've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years, and that's how we will continue to express ourselves. And especially nowadays, I feel like that is the most important thing, because so many things try to separate us, like language and culture, time, countries. All of those barriers, I feel, are broken as soon as we use art as the medium for communication. And I want to help teach our next generation open-mindedness and help them with open cultural communication. I remember reading a paper, and there was a quote that has always stuck with me, because it said, schools that don't teach the arts quite literally are creating a generation that is less civilized than it could be and more barbaric than it should be. And that's why I chose to go into teaching, because I want to incorporate my love of music in teaching, and hopefully I'll be able to instill a passion for music and the arts in kids while they're still young. And that's why I have chosen to get my degree in teaching, so that I will be able to do that. So yeah, that's me. Okay, nice to meet you, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bye.